If your twin flame is romantically connecting with someone else right now, either in a marriage, in a relationship, or romantically pursuing some other person in some way, you may not be hearing much from them in this 3D world. They may not be saying much to you right now. In fact, they may not be talking to you at all. They may have completely gone no contact. And because of this possibly physical, almost definitely emotional distance that exists between you, you may mistakenly believe that they have nothing to say to you. In this video, I want to deliver messages from a twin flame who is with someone else or who is connecting romantically with another person. Things that twin flames often want to say when they are in this position, that they simply can't find the words to say or that they aren't ready to say to you. So if you're listening and that resonated with you just now, keep listening because this video may be for you. If your twin flame or you have ever been connected with a third party, with another romantic relationship after meeting, do tell me your stories in the comments below. In this community, love is catching like wildfire. There are so many of you beautiful souls out there listening, and I read each and every one of your comments. I love reading your stories and insights. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy here with me on this platform. Also, for those of you who are new, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Is your twin flame with someone else right now? Either in a relationship or some other form of romantic connection? If so, here are some things they may want you to know. The first thing is, I'm sorry that I haven't been reaching out or speaking to you in the 3D, in the physical world, but aren't you hearing my messages in the 5D through all of your other senses? Even when your twin flame is with someone else, energetically on a higher level, they are often communicating with you in every other way imaginable. In fact, during these times of separation, the 5D communication, the communication between twin flames that happens very psychically, metaphysically, tends to intensify. It's like because they can't communicate through their verbal words, they are communicating with one another even more frequently through every other possible avenue. If your twin flame is with someone else, they want you to know that they're feeling these forms of communication, these signs, as profoundly as you are. Even as they are with this person, they still very much feel energetically connected to you. They are still dreaming about you just as you are dreaming about them. They still see your name and reminders of you everywhere. They still think of you often, and often very fondly. And the second thing they want you to know that goes along with this is, so often they pick up the phone to reach out and then put it back down again because they just aren't ready in some way. They're feeling blocked in their communication to you in some way. And what I want to say about this is sometimes this is something they may be wanting to tell you very unconsciously. There is our real-time 3D self, and then there is our higher self. With twin flames, sometimes the 3D self isn't always communicating, but the higher selves are always connecting and always working to bring one another together to come into union. And on a higher level, if your twin flame is with someone else right now, they want you to know that they do long to connect and communicate in the 3D world. but for whatever reason, they just aren't ready yet. Maybe there is something they have to resolve with this person. They have some prior commitment, something they feel attached to in this physical world that they aren't ready to release. And the third thing they want you to know is that although they aren't ready now, they will be. They're not sure when, they're not sure how long it's going to take or what path it's going to take them down to get there. But on a higher level, they are healing in the same way you are. In fact, you are mirror souls of one another, so every bit of healing you are doing on yourself, they are feeling and doing on themselves as well. And they want you to know that despite the fact they are with this third party, with this other person, when they look into the future, they can't see a future with this person anymore, with this partner, with this spouse, with this boyfriend or girlfriend. Because now, after meeting you, when they look into the future, they realize you were the one that was always in their future, the one they always imagined a future with, even before they knew who you were. And now that they've met you, even though you are separated, they still can only imagine a future with you. In fact, they are imagining it now more profoundly than they ever were prior to meeting you. You have put face and name to this vision of a person they had from a very young age. What many people don't realize about the twin flame connection is because of this equalness of the connection, because of this mirroring effect. This doesn't just apply when we talk about triggering each other or healing. This applies to the signs and symptoms as well. If you are feeling something, if you are receiving certain signs or symptoms, your mirror soul naturally must be feeling these same signs and symptoms. Yes, sometimes they may be more closed off, more blocked off to receiving these signs. Sometimes one twin flame counterpart has more energetic blockages within themselves than the other. However, regardless, they are still receiving the same depth, the same intensity of signs and symptoms of this connection that you are receiving. You receive them equally and even simultaneously. You are connected in this way. I also just want to pause and say that because of this mirroring effect, the best way to heal your twin flame connection, and in fact the only way, is to heal yourself, to come into balance within. And meditation is the most powerful tool to do this. If you haven't yet explored my twin flame subliminal for clearing all blockages in the 7 chakras designed specifically for twin flames, I highly recommend checking the pinned comment or the description box for that. You can try it out completely free for 7 days when you create an account on my members-only subliminal site, Sound and Soulful. There will also be subliminals designed specifically for the divine masculine healing and the divine feminine healing coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. But this subliminal is just one very powerful tool you can use to participate in your own self-healing journey, which this self-healing is the portal to this healing within your connection more broadly, as well as, of course, healing of the collective. But what your twin flame wants you to know, another message they have for you if they are with someone else romantically, is that despite the fact they aren't communicating with you and they are connecting with this other person, they do still think of you often. In fact, so often that sometimes it causes them to feel guilty because they are still romantically connecting with this other person, and they do still feel as if they aren't ready to communicate with you or accept the connection. But they are in this limbo because even if they are blocked in some way to the signs they are receiving, no one can be so blocked to their twin flame connection that they don't frequently think about their twin flame, wonder about them, and have very strong emotions about them. And they want you to know that they are struggling internally with this space of limbo, with this feeling unready to move forward with their connection with you, to move forward with this divine connection. And yet, they find themselves thinking of you often, so often, that they feel as if they are betraying their current partner. And I'm sure many of you who have been with someone else while you had an awareness of your twin flame or after meeting them, you are all too familiar with this feeling of feeling as if you are somehow cheating on or betraying this mysterious faceless stranger or someone you just met or this person you're connecting to that you can't understand why you're feeling this way, but you are. And they also want you to know that they are working through healing all of these patterns that are keeping them stuck in this limbo and stuck with this person, that they are aware of their own need to heal, but to give them time. They are asking you to give them the time and space to do the healing that they need to do on their own, to complete this cycle that they need to complete with this person. And remember that many of these messages I'm giving you, although some will be very consciously felt by them, others will be very deep and unconscious, coming from their higher self, something they want you to know on a soul level that they may not only be able to not express to you, but they may not even be able to express to themselves. Those hidden messages, those things, intuitive hits and feelings that sometimes we even keep secret from our own self, because they are still feeling stuck in this cycle, in this pattern with this person that they are connecting to. And the last thing they want you to know is, although they aren't talking to you or there with you physically or emotionally, they are cheering you on from the sidelines, so to speak. They feel very much involved in your growth and in your life. They are watching you grow. They are energetically present with you, cheering you on to your own healing. And many times, you have been able to feel this. As a twin flame, even in separation, we can often feel as though our twin flame counterpart is observing us, is cheering us on energetically, is there with us, motivating us and assisting us at the times we need it the most. I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but I feel guided to just close it here. I hope these messages were inspiring or encouraging to you along this path. If you are in a situation of separation, a situation in which you have accepted the truth, the inevitability of the connection, but your twin flame is still stuck in a pattern, in a limbo space with some other romantic partner or connection, know that you are not alone in this. In fact, just one quick read through some of the beautiful comments in the comments section will tell you that so many of us in this community have experienced this separation in the past or are still going through it in the present. This is a trademark of a true twin flame connection. And it doesn't have to be necessarily, but nearly all of us do experience this period of limbo, of uncertainty, of separation, of no contact, of running, chasing, whatever you want to call it. An unnatural state within this connection, not because of an issue within ourselves, but as a result of the ways in which we have been negatively programmed and our twin flame has been negatively programmed, a way in which our perfect balance of divine feminine and divine masculine energy has been thrown out. Thank you so much for listening to my thoughts here. Happy New Year, and I am so excited by all of this beautiful energetic momentum we are building together through this platform. So if I resonated with you, please do subscribe to this channel. Join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.